Hello, hi, welcome once again to M5's new English language learning program, Let's Speak English. I'm Gav Duncan and I'm here on your TV screen to help you learn English. Now, are you sitting comfortably? Yes? Good. And are you ready for today's lesson? Yes? Good. Okay, well let's learn English together. Now, do you remember our last lesson, Lesson 13? In Lesson 13, we learned the names of some countries and the nationalities for those countries. So, let's see some of the names from last lesson and some new names. Okay, so Canada is the country and the nationality is Canadian. Easy. Spain is the country and the nationality is Spanish. The United Kingdom is the country and the nationality is British. Now, Mexican is the nationality for which country? Mexico. And American is the nationality for the USA. Venezuela is the country and the nationality is Venezuelan. Okay, now the people in China are Chinese and the people in Japan are Japanese. Easy. Okay, now think about Gérard Depardieu. He comes from France and his nationality is French and Russian. Well, maybe, I don't know. Now, Italy is the country. What's the nationality? Italian. And if Norway is the country, what's the nationality? Norwegian. Okay, great. Now let's look at some of the famous people we know. Bill Copitan, Jolly Hannayday, Gérard Depardieu, and Sondi. Good. Now, look at the sentences below and we'll learn something new. Bill Copitan is from Hungary. Bill Copitan is Hungarian. His nationality is Hungarian. Bill Copitan's nationality is Hungarian. Johnny Halliday is from Belgium. Johnny Halliday is Belgian. His nationality is Belgian. Johnny Halliday's nationality is Belgian. Gérard Depardieu is from France. Gérard Depardieu is French and probably Russian. His nationality is French and Russian. Gérard Depardieu's nationality is French and Russian. Sondi is from Hungary. Sondi is Hungarian. Her nationality is Hungarian. Sondi's nationality is Hungarian. Now, did you notice the last sentence in those examples? We use apostrophe S to show possession. We learned about my, your, his, her, its, our, your, and their. They are possessive adjectives. They tell us about possession. It's my t-shirt, not yours. This is my watch. It belongs to me. It's my possession. This watch belongs to me. This watch belongs to Gav. This is Ava's watch. Now, as we see in the following sentences, we can use apostrophe S to indicate possession as well. This is the possessive apostrophe S. We add apostrophe S to a noun to show possession. Here are a couple of examples. This is my watch. This is Gav's watch. They mean the same. This is my t-shirt. This is Gav's t-shirt. These are my glasses. These are Gav's glasses. This is his car. This is Alfredo Benchfield's car. This is Johnny Halliday's guitar. This is his guitar. This is Gérard Depardieu's passport. This is his passport. This is also Gérard Depardieu's passport. This is also his passport. Okay, so now we can use the possessive apostrophe S to indicate that this belongs to someone. This is my watch. The watch belongs to me. It's Gav's watch. Okay, good. Now let's look at countries and nationalities again. Here's a table of information about some of my friends. Okay, now let's use the information in the table to make sentences and ask questions about my friends. Here are a couple of examples. Okay, now let's complete the rest of the sentences and questions. What's Wayne's surname? Wayne's surname is Pringle. What's Laurette's full name? Where is Wayne from? Laurette's full name is Laurette Pringle. Where are Frankie and Magda from? They aren't from Canada. They're from the Czech Republic. What are Wayne and Laurette's nationalities? What are Frankie and Magda's nationalities? Okay, good. Let's look at the possessive apostrophe S again. Let's think about the Benchfield family. Do you remember the Benchfield family tree? Okay, so that's the Benchfield family tree. Now, let's make some sentences about Alfredo and his family. Tim is Alfredo's son. Tim is his son. John is Alfredo's son. John is his son. Tim and John are Alfredo's sons. They are his sons. Elizabeth is Alfredo's daughter. She is his daughter. Doreen is Alfredo's daughter. She is his daughter. Elizabeth and Doreen are Alfredo's daughters. They are his daughters. Tim is Mary's son. He is her son. John is Mary's son. He is her son. Tim and John are Mary's sons. They are her sons. Elizabeth is Mary's daughter. She is Mary's daughter. Doreen is Mary's daughter. She is her daughter. Elizabeth and Doreen are Mary's daughters. They are her daughters. Tim and John and Elizabeth and Doreen are Alfredo's children. Remember, child is irregular. Remember lesson 10. Child becomes children. Man becomes men. Woman becomes women. And sheep becomes sheep. They are his children. Tim and John and Elizabeth and Doreen are Mary's children. They are her children. Tim and John and Elizabeth and Doreen are Alfredo's children. Alfredo and Mary have 4 children. They are their children. Tim is Alfredo and Mary's son. John is Alfredo and Mary's son. Tim and John are Alfredo and Mary's sons. Elizabeth is Alfredo and Mary's daughter. Doreen is Alfredo and Mary's daughter. Elizabeth and Doreen are Alfredo and Mary's daughters. Tim and John and Elizabeth and Doreen are Alfredo and Mary's children. They are their children. Okay, So the possessive apostrophe S isn't hard to use. But how do we use it when there is more than one person? Well, in the sentences above, we see that we say Alfredo and Mary's son, Alfredo and Mary's daughter, Alfredo and Mary's sons, Alfredo and Mary's daughters, Alfredo and Mary's children. So, if the noun belongs to both people, it belongs to Alfredo and it belongs to Mary, we only put the possessive apostrophe S at the end of the second name. Tim isn't Alfredo's and Mary's son, he's Alfredo and Mary's son. John isn't Alfredo's and Mary's son, he's Alfredo and Mary's son. Elizabeth isn't Alfredo's and Mary's daughter, Doreen isn't Alfredo and Mary's daughter, she's Alfredo and Mary's daughter. Tim, John, Elizabeth and Mary aren't Alfredo's and Mary's children, they're Alfredo and Mary's children. Okay, good. Now let's learn some more about the possessive apostrophe S. We know that with a singular idea, we write apostrophe S. This is my dad's car. This is my mum's car. Now, what about the plural? Well, if it's plural, we put the apostrophe after the noun. Let's look at an example. Parent is singular. Parents is plural. So, which group of nouns is parent? That's right, group 1. We change the singular to the plural by adding S. Parent becomes parents. Okay, good. Let's look at a couple of examples. This is my parents' house. This is my parents' car. This is my parents' dog. So, in these sentences, we know that there is one house, one car, and one dog. Now, let's look at the difference between the sentences. A, this is my dad's car, this is my mum's car. B, this is my parents' car. In sentence A, how many cars are there? That's right, there are 2 cars. My dad has a car and my mum has a car. In sentence B, how many cars are there? That's right, there is 1 car. My parents have a car. My dad and my mum have 1 car together. C, this is my dad's house. This is my mum's house. D, this is my parents' house. Okay, in sentence C, how many houses are there? That's right, there are 2 houses. My dad has a house and my mum has a house. In sentence D, how many houses are there? That's right, there is 1 house. My dad and my mum have 1 house together. Okay, great. That's all we have time for today. In today's lesson, we looked at countries and nationalities, we looked at possession and learned how to say that something belongs to someone. We also learned about the possessive S and how to use that. Okay, this is Gav's watch. These are Gav's glasses. I'm Gav Duncan. I'm not Bill Copytang. I'm not Johnny Halliday. I'm not Michael J. Fox. I'll see you next time on M5's English learning program, Let's Speak English. I'm Gav Duncan. I'll see you next time. See you later. Bye.